This is Volante by Design for Mix Life on the Mix with your host, Farrell Edwards on intellectualradio.com. And this is the Social Life segment. Today's social life issue is purpose. And I really think that purpose should have been my first social life issue because for me, everything starts and ends with purpose. Your purpose is your why. And I always like to say that if you know why, the who, the what, the when, the where, and the how will come. You've got to operate from a place of purpose. And we live in a world that is very reactive. And some of us go through life responding. There's some people that are ready for an argument. You respond to negativity. You respond to requests. You respond to whatever it is. And you never really have a plan of action for yourself. And we want to transition from a reactive life to a proactive life where you know what you want and you know what you want to do. And when you operate from that perspective of purpose, you cannot be distracted or deterred from it. Some things come up in life, you'll know when to ignore those things, and you'll know when to move, and you'll only move in the direction with things that align with your purpose. And I think that can be a factor in everything, even when I look at the violence that's going on across the world. These people have no purpose. They have no guidance. And it's random acts of violence. And even with raising our children, when we don't have specific goals and directions on the kind of family, you should know the kind of house you want to live in, the kind of community you want to live in, the kind of vehicle you want to drive. Do you want a sports car? Do you want a minivan because your kids are involved in sports and activities? What do you want? Consider and think about all of those things. Even when you select careers, for me as a single parent, it's imperative for me to have a career where I'm home in the evenings to meet my daughter when she gets out of school. All of those things are things you can do and you can have if you plan it. So many times I see people in life who are literally ripping and running from the time they wake up to the time they go to bed. They're on this side of town. They're on that side of town. They're with one set of people. They're with an entirely different set of people. Even your circle of friends should align with your purpose. And this is something that my father taught me. He said, never run with people who have less to lose than you do. And I used to think, he's just being funny. He doesn't want me to have any friends. He doesn't want me to have any fun. But it's true. When you run with people or hang with people who don't have similar goals, don't have similar objectives, don't have similar purpose, don't even have the capacity to comprehend you and what you have the capacity to do, they can be nothing but a hindrance to you. And when you focus on your purpose and you know what you want, it will narrow your path. You may not be as popular because you're only going to attract the people who are aligning to your purpose. The masses may be drawn to you, and there's never a reason to be rude or impolite. You can be nice and friendly to everybody, but you can't accommodate everybody when you're living on purpose. And so, okay, I talk about purpose all the time. It is the crux of my show, Life by Design Media. Because again, as I always say, I think that we're all God's creations and He designed each of us for a specific purpose. If you look at creation, the way that God created the world, He spoke the entire world into existence and He did it with purpose and with organization. He did not create the birds before He created the sky. He didn't create the fish before He created water. And He spoke the entire creation into existence, and then He created man. And He did not speak mankind into existence. He physically shaped and formed man and then gave man dominion over the creation. And I think that if we would have that mindset, that we have dominion over creation, we wouldn't be so easily swayed and driven, and I got to jump down on this, I got to jump down that, and just go with everything that we see, because we are powerful creatures if we would align ourselves with our purpose. Okay, so I keep talking about purpose. Okay, Volante, how do you find purpose? And I'm one of those people who likes to make things simple. I'm a teacher by nature and a nurturer. So I like to break everything down into easy as 1, 2, 3. So I've made finding purpose as easy as 1, 2, 3. Number 1, fulfillment. What is it that makes you happy? What is it that brings you joy? That feeling, that warm feeling that you get. What is it? Think about the times when you have that feeling. Okay, because sometimes we get bogged down with obligation and commitments and things we think we got to do. But focus on those times when you really feel good about what you're doing. And that's one step. Jot that down. And that could be helping you find your purpose. That's the first step. The second thing to look for is impact. What is it about you that makes the strongest impact? That what do you do that enhances other people the most? What do people love most about you? And I'm not talking about menial tasks that any old body can do. If any old body can do it, let any old body do it. You do what you do best. So what is it that when you do it, it brings the most joy? It just impacts the most people in the most profound way. That is another sign that something is your purpose. The last thing that I want, or the point I want to cover, is risk. What is worth the risk? You're willing to get hurt for it. You're willing to lose some money for it. You're willing to lose some sleep over it. What are you really willing to risk something for? And if you can find something that gives you fulfillment and that makes an impact and that you're willing to take a risk for, now you're moving in the direction of purpose and finding what you were meant to do in life. And it's not that difficult, because all you have to do is look within. It's about you. It's not about anybody else. A lot of times people come into your life and they'll make requests and things of you because it's based on what they need and what they want from you. You have to look at what is best for you, yourself, and then you align yourself with people who fit into that model. Don't change. I always say never, never, never try to fit in. The world is big enough for you just the way you are. And if you operate on focus and on point and on target for being the person that God designed you to be, then you will attract the people who are really attracted to you. I tell people all the time, do what you want to do. Don't do me any favors. Okay? If you like this kind of person, if you like this kind of woman, if you like those kind of activities, then that's who you need to go find, and leave me alone and let me connect with people who have something in common with me, who share common goals with me, who like the things I like, who I can go someplace with, and we both enjoy it without you sitting there feeling like you've done me a favor just by being with me. And when you have that kind of confidence, now you're living on purpose and you're living your life by design. And see, when you don't live life on purpose, again, God created each one of us and He knows us. There's a song that I love by Israel and Newbrae that says, He knows my name and He has a relationship with me. And when I don't live on purpose, I am disappointing God. You know, I'm letting God down. And sometimes we are there. We're committed. And this is one thing that irks me. I see people, they will religiously, daily, weekly, be there and do something that is absolutely pointless. They will meet you at a bar at the same time every Thursday. They will meet you at a pointless venue or event or whatever, same time every Monday. Just habits, ridiculous habits, instead of using that time to do something that's going to be productive and constructive. Just waste time, wasting God's creation, being there and being dependable for people that were never a part of your purpose. But you don't want to let God down. You want to be what God created you to be and walk in your divine purpose. And you want to show everyone your purpose and your goal. And sometimes that's why we go through life so embattled. Because when you're not living on purpose, people see that in you, and that causes them not to respect you. And you see some people, they're always fighting. I'm going to show them. They're going to see this. They're fighting a battle because they're not operating on purpose. They're living a reactive life. And when people don't show them the respect they want, they're ready to jump. They're ready to pounce. They're ready to fight. They're ready to argue because it's an internal argument. My mom used to always say, you're fighting against yourself. You're always ready to fight me because the battle is within you, because you're not living on purpose. So it's time to embrace your purpose. And I also use the example about a workout. When you go in the gym, you turn on the machine. If you don't turn the machine on, there is no resistance, and your workout is a waste of time. Same thing with life. Don't follow the path of least resistance. You gotta exert the energy to find your purpose. Otherwise, it's like running on a treadmill that's off. Yeah, you're making yourself tired, but you're not getting no muscle tone. You're not getting no strength. You're not getting no cardio, no nothing. You're wasting your life. Don't do that. Don't let God down. Be the person that God created you to be. Live life on purpose, and you will be able to find true joy, true peace, true happiness.